Okay. Hey, y'all. I apologize. I thought that I was streaming earlier, and it turns out I was just recording on OBS. I'm a silly boy, but we are here now. I did not mean to bump the mic. I'm sorry. I also have a cat, on my on my lap right now. So just letting you guys know. Bear with me. So in this live, I want to talk about my Twilight hot takes, and then I also want to rank every single character in Twilight. I did not make this tier list myself, so this might not have all of the characters that I'm thinking of. If I think of a character that's not on here that I want to say my ranking of, I will add them on there. But heck yeah. Okay, I just want to start off with my biggest hot take, because I was having conversations with complete strangers the other day and realized that people who haven't really read the Twilight books or just have a surface level idea of what Twilight is really do not have a good grasp on the characters. And I guess I should have known this because, obviously, if you read the books, you get way more in depth with it, but, I don't know. I didn't think about it. I don't know. So I want to start off this live with explaining, gotta put my boy in S tier. I know this is starting off controversial, okay? Okay, I'm ready for this, though. I'm gonna start off with my first hot take, and then I'll explain why I have him in S tier. And when I'm going through these characters, I think I'm going to say my least favorite thing about them, and then also why I put them in the place that they are. Some stuff I like about them and some stuff I don't. Because I'm definitely going to do that with Edward, because there's definitely some things that I don't like about him. Okay, so my first hot take, alright, is that I think if Bella were to come to Edward before Renesmee, okay, this is more Eclipse, Bella, Edward, and Jacob, okay? If Bella were to come to Edward and be like, hey, I love both you and Jacob equally, and I want to be together in a polyamorous relationship, I genuinely think that Edward would be down for that, would be okay with that. Now, I know what you're saying, especially if you've only seen the movies or only have a surface level, the whole thing is the rivalry. I know. But, okay, you're talking to an autistic person whose special interest for 3 or 4 years, and still kind of is right now, was Twilight, who's read the books, all of the books in the series, including the short second life of Bray Tanner, 4 times, and Twilight 5 times, and then the newer books, each once per each. And in that, I have some proof in my head. I also did download all the books on from my library, so that we can look through, search up keywords and then find certain quotes if we need to prove some of this stuff. Okay, why I think Edward would be okay with being polyamorous with Bella if she requested it. Edward has said multiple times, I wish you were with anyone but me. He has said, he's even said, I believe this is before Jacob was turned into a werewolf, but he has even said, I wish you would just choose Jacob and just be with Jacob. You would have a somewhat of a normal life. I'm pretty sure, though, even after Jacob was turned into a werewolf, I'm pretty sure that Edward did say, honestly, if you choose him, you would still have a semi-normal life because you wouldn't have to turn into a monster. Something along the lines of that. But he has literally said multiple times he wants what's best for her and what she wants and what she loves. Yeah, he has said to her, if what you want is me leaving you, I would. He has said that. He has said that if you tell he literally says that in the book multiple times. If you tell me to leave and that you don't want me and that you don't love me, I will leave right now. I do not want to be a burden on your life. He has said that multiple times. And in Eclipse, if y'all remember, after Bella kisses Jacob consensually this time, first time was not consensual. I am not Team Jacob whatsoever, if you couldn't tell. She comes to Edward and is like, I do love Jacob. And Edward's like, I know. Like, Edward knew that already, but he is totally fine with her being in love with Jacob. And he's even said, like, if you choose, like, I think if she chose Jacob, like, he would be okay with that and let her live her life in peace and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure he says that in Eclipse. We can even look it up. That's why I have the books downloaded to get ready for this live. He literally already knew that Bella loved Jacob, and that was not a threat to him. So I think if Bella came to him and was like, I want to be polyamorous, I think Edward would be like, yes, of course, if that's what you want, my love, if that's what will make you happy, then I want to do it. Like, seriously, he is all about just, like, making Bella happy and whatever is good for her and can make her happy. I also have other hot takes too. I apologize if this seems a little more rushed. I did say in the beginning I thought I was live earlier, but I was actually just recording. So I got through a few of my hot takes, and I got through like explaining why Edward was S tier in that. So it's gonna be a little hard like re-putting in my thoughts because I thought I did so good when I was just recording, but you know. I've seen other YouTubers have this problem before, so hey, I mean, it was gonna happen to me eventually, right? I want to say another I want to say another one of my hot takes, but like I'm blanking right now. What I am going to say though is why Edward is in S tier. Why I think Edward is in S tier is because the love that he has for Bella, I would say that sometimes his actions don't line up with how he feels, but I mean, doesn't that happen to everyone sometimes? But the way that he loves her is very much putting her needs and wants first. No, he doesn't change her immediately, but that's also because he's thinking of her well-being. But literally, he is very self-aware going into this relationship with her that this could be destructive, and if she ever tells me to leave, I will, for her own well-being. He is just always like doing what she would like, and what is good for her and what she needs. He would be okay with her going with Jacob or with another human person when Carlisle and Alice both say that they would be willing to change Bella since Edward doesn't want to. Edward isn't gonna stop them. He was a little frustrated when he first found out about the agreement that Alice and Bella had made about Alice turning her, but he wasn't gonna stop it, and like he was gonna let it happen if that's what Bella chooses. He even says in the movies, and I'm pretty sure in the books, he's like, I've already learned that if you try to stop Bella in doing anything, you've got a tough lesson to learn. You can't make her do anything. He says it all the time. In the series, like, you can't make Bella do anything, and that's true. If you've read the books, like, her stubbornness is on 10. I wish it was shown more in the movies, her stubbornness. It isn't as much, but she is so stubborn in the books, and she will not do anything without wanting to do it, and that's something that Edward loves about her, and he always wants to make her happy and do what's best for her, and that is what true love is. Love isn't just like a cute little I feel this way about someone, haha. It is something that you actively have to choose to do, actively choose to love your partner, even when they make mistakes. You see them for themselves, and you continue to love them through it, and stuff like that. And that's how I feel like Edward is with Bella, and he's willing to make sacrifice for her. Like, when you love someone, you are okay, like, you want the best for them, And that means even if you aren't in their life, you want them to be happy. Like, you want the best for them. You want them to be happy, even if that means that you weren't in it. That's true love. If you're so selfish and you're like, no, if this person doesn't want me in their life anymore, then I don't love them. Like, that's, no. You need to let your person grow and stuff and still love them through that. Like, it's an active thing. And I think he does, in my opinion. I want to say, I just remembered one of my other hot takes that I talked about. So, one of my other hot takes that I talked about when I was just recording and I thought I was live was, I know that Stephenie Meyer's Twilight saga was written to be pro-life propaganda, but let me tell you, reading the books as my 11-year-old, 12-year-old self, I was raised in the church, so I was raised to think pro-life stuff, right? Me reading Twilight at 11 and 12 made me pro-choice, okay? Like, it literally made me go the opposite way. Not pro-life, it made me pro-choice. Literally, I fell in love with the thought of what Bella and Edward were talking about at the beginning of Breaking Dawn, where they're on their honeymoon. Sorry, I didn't mean to bump the mic. Where they're on their honeymoon. And they have sex multiple times. In the movie, it only shows it once. It's low-key twice, like it's alluded to happening a second time, but it happens multiple times in the book, and a lot of people like miss it in the movies and whatever. So one of the last times that Bella and Edward have sex on their honeymoon, Edward, the reason why he was so scared of having sex with Bella wasn't just because he wants to save its whole marriage, because Mormonism, like, no, that's not why. He wanted to fuck her. He even said that. He's like, I have needs. I am still a man. Like, what? The reason why he didn't want to have sex with her was because he didn't want to break her. He literally, do y'all even remember in Breaking Dawn Part 1 when he broke the bed while they were fucking? That's because he was scared he was going to do that to her literal body. Her literal bones would have been crushed under him while fucking if he wasn't super careful. That's why he waited so long to have sex with her. So, just wanted to let y'all know that. Yes, the marriage thing and whatever. That was just, like, him and Bella, like, they kind of, like, bargained with each other and made, like, a deal, like, because Edward wanted to have sex with her after she was changed, but she was like, if I marry you, then will you have sex with me when I'm still a human, before I'm changed, please? And eventually he did give in and was like, okay. But seriously, he did not, he didn't want to hurt her. He wanted to have sex with her, but he didn't want to hurt her and was very scared of that. So anyways, the last time, one of the last times they have sex on their honeymoon, Edward is really proud of himself because they had sex and he didn't hurt her and didn't do anything bad in his mind. And so he was really proud of himself, and him and Bella started talking and were like he proposed to Bella saying like, hey, would you be okay with staying human for another 4 years while you go to college? I wouldn't mind living with you and still having sex with you while you're still human. Just please stay human for another 4 years, yeah? And Bella was like, with this sex? Hell yeah! Me as a 12-year-old was so attached to that idea. Oh my god, I loved it so much, and I was so happy for them that they were finally, like, Edward was trusting himself and seeing that he's not a monster and all of this. And then she goes and get pregnant, and so she can't go to college. I mean, she can go to college as a vampire, but not as a human, and they don't get to have, like, this cute little, like, couple's life a little bit, where they move out of their parents' house before they have a kid. No, they had to just go straight into having the kid. Okay. I, as a kid, was heartbroken, and I was so mad at Bella. I was on Edward's side the entire time. I was like, girl, why the hell aren't you getting an abortion? Why do you want to leave him? Why are you leaving him? Why are you leaving me? him saying that to her, like, why, no, oh my god. So yeah, watching the Twilight Saga as a child and having it as my special interest in my prepubescent era, my puberty era, it just made a lasting impact on my brain. Showed me that love takes sacrifice, and loving someone means that you do anything for them, even if that means you're not in their life anymore. You want what's best for them, even if that doesn't include you. Because if you only want the best for them, if it includes you, that's selfish. That's not real love. That's not selfless love. That's selfish love, and who fucking wants that? No one wants that. So yeah, I learned that, and then I also learned I am pro-abortion. We need to have that option because, oh my god, I will not be in real life having a baby ruin me and my future partner's, like, relationship. Like, that was my thought process at the time as a kid, so that made me fully pro-abortion. Heck yeah, okay. Yeah, I just wanted to check in and make sure that, like, we're still streaming, because, like, I'm like, I have a little bit of trauma now. I'm like, am I actually streaming? Are we actually live? Okay, we are. I said that I was gonna say, like, negatives and positives for each character. Negative for Edward. I of course don't like when he takes the part out of Bella's car in Eclipse, but I do like to, I go by book canon, so I try to remember that Edward's brain literally is 17 years old. He has a 17-year-old's neural pathways in his brain. He may be over 100 years old, but his brain has not aged. So he still has that impulsivity of a child. That's why, like, immortal children can't be made, because their impulse is not controlled and stuff like that, because their brain isn't developed. Like, I don't understand why people are like, oh yeah, he's an old man creeping on a little kid. Yes, from his perspective, he does refer to Bella as a girl, but he also did not know her yet. Did not know, like, how much her understandings align with his, and the way that her brain works is very similar to his. My headcanon is that they're both autistic. So I don't think he had met somebody that, like, really matched his brain. And, like, when I say that they're autistic, like, there's a spectrum, right? So autism can show up in a lot of different ways. So maybe Edward had met an autistic person previously, but, like, it wasn't his exact same brand of, like, autism brain workings. Like, at least for me, as an autistic person, when I go out and try to make friends and stuff, I really like to be friends and or partners, like romantic partners, with people who also have autism, so that it's a little easier to understand each other. But even with them also having autism, there's still a little bit of a disconnect unless we have, like, the same inner brain workings. And it's very rare for me to find someone who's the same inner brain workings as me, even if they are autistic. And so I think Edward genuinely did go his 107 years without meeting someone with an autistic brain that was very similar to his. But also, you know, like, he was drawn to Bella because he can't read her brain. So, like, that's special. That's her own thing that she was born with, and it got turned into a power when she was vampire. But yeah, so I just I like to remind people, like, hey, he has a 17-year-old brain, and sometimes it's a little out of whack. I'm not saying that was okay, but I am saying that young people do stupid shit. I definitely did when I was 17, 18 and 19. Like, fuck all of that shit. Sorry, my nose is, like, so itchy right now. I don't know why. That's why I keep, like, touching my nose. My nose is so itchy. Okay. And then other thing I don't like about Edward. This is something actually new. So the car thing actually was in the original saga of 4 books. But this other thing that I don't like Edward for was something that I found out from reading Edward's version of Twilight. Which is, did y'all know that Edward was planning on breaking up with Bella at the end of Twilight? Like, I did not fully realize this. I have literally read the graphic novels of Twilight where everything's all drawn out in the art. I love the end scene of them dancing out in sunset in the movie and in the book when like Edward's kissing her neck and stuff like that. Oh, I love their conversation that they have there, and it really just leaves me heartbroken knowing that in the back of his mind, while he's talking to her about stuff like that, while they're at prom, he's literally, like, planning on breaking up with her. He would have broken up with her earlier in the hospital right after the whole thing with James happened, but he didn't because of Bella's freak out after he even mentioned her moving to Jacksonville, Florida. So, him seeing her reaction, he was like, oh god, no, I can't break up with her right now. I can't ruin her recovery. I can't make her recovery even worse. I've already caused her so much bodily harm. I can't cause her more. So he was like, I'm just going to agree to stay with her, for now, and then once she's healed, I'll break up with her. Like, literally is what he says in Edward's version of Twilight near the end. Something that I realized when I was just recording earlier, I had this realization on camera, and that is, because, like, he does go and break up with her in New Moon, right? I always thought it was just the Jasper thing that was the catalyst, and it kind of was, but, okay. This is how I understand his mindset at the time. It still frustrates me, but I think this makes it a little easier for me to grasp in that, okay, I think that, yes, when she was hurt after James and all that, he was like, oh yeah, I need to break up with her, but then he saw her reaction to moving to Jacksonville, and he was like, oh shit, she'll freak out, let her rest and heal and all that. Then, okay, right, you follow me, I think that in between Twilight and New Moon, in those months in between the books, I think he was, once Bella got healed, he in his head was like, maybe I was being too, like, paranoid, like, honestly, she's fine, she healed fine, and I love her so much, and we enjoy being with each other, so maybe I don't need to break up with her. I think he was, like, feeling that, like, thinking that. Obviously, we don't have New Moon from his perspective. I would love that, so that we could get more insight. But, literally, him and Bella at the beginning of New Moon, it just doesn't make sense to me that he would be, like, planning on breaking up with her with the whole thing at the end of Twilight with the dance, and then at the beginning of New Moon, when, their English teacher is talking about Romeo and Juliet, and how Edward was talking about how stupid Romeo is, and how, like, he would save Bella if she were, dying in any way. Like, he would always save her. He explains how he would save her in a plane crash, and what they would say afterwards, what they would tell the cops to say how they survived. Like, he talks about all these different, with Bella, he talks about all these different ways if she were in danger or in harm's way, how he would save her, and that if she were to die, he would kill himself as well. I just don't see, like, if he's planning on breaking up with her, why he would be saying all that future stuff of, oh yeah, when we go on a plane together, then I would save you if there was a plane crash. Like, it didn't really make sense to me. So what I think is, yeah, in between Twilight and New Moon, I think he was like, oh, now that she's healed, maybe I don't need to break up with her, because we really enjoy each other and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe I don't have to. Then the whole thing with Jasper happens, and he's like, god damn it, exactly what I predicted happened, damn it, and I bet he was so mad at himself, and then that led to the breakup. So maybe he was thinking he was too paranoid after a while, but then the whole Jasper thing happened, and he was like, damn it, I was proved right. Exactly what I thought would happen, happened. My nose is so itchy, oh my god, I'm so sorry, like, holy fuck. I'm like, I need to punch myself in the nose or something. Ugh. Alright. Oh yeah, I did also want to say, Edward can't make Bella do anything. Edward doesn't make Bella do anything. A lot of people have it in their minds that Edward's the one who's like, oh, be with me forever and turn into a vampire and stuff like that. Like, no. Bella was stuck on that. Edward says multiple times in the series, especially in Eclipse and in Breaking Dawn, he says it to Jacob, I have learned over and over that I cannot make Bella do anything. That when she's decided something, that is what she's gonna do, and I'm not, and I can't control her, and I don't want to. Like, and he trusts her, especially by the end of the series. He's like, you have proven me wrong so many times that I trust you and I love you. Like, they say that in their forever conversation at the end of the book. Similarly, I am paraphrasing, by the way, but it's very similar things are said. So yeah, I just that's a theory of mine. We added in a little theories too. This video is just a mesh of everything. This is just a Twilight rant slash like just so much stuff. I'm just gonna lay it all out for y'all. Heck yeah. Alright, we are also going to put Bella in S tier as well. Now, again, I'm going off of book, right? Okay, so I really wish that Bella's stubbornness that's in the books so heavily was shown more in the movies, but it is not as much, and a lot of people are like, oh yeah, Bella is so passive and she just lets Edward do whatever. Like, no, she is very headstrong and very stubborn. If you read the books, you would know that. Like, oh my god. So, I kind of wish that shown through. I love her stubbornness, and I love how strong-willed she is, and very much how she knows who she is and what she wants. I absolutely love that, and I support her. And in my opinion, like, the Twilight is just like a good for her thing. Like, yay, she did it. She yes. Heck yeah. Oh my god, she is so autistic. It's hilarious. Also, another hot take of mine, okay? This one actually is about the movies. People say that Kristen Stewart played Bella terribly and, like, with no emotion and whatever like that. Y'all, Kristen Stewart played Bella, besides the stubbornness, she played Bella exactly how it is said in the books. Like, Bella isn't, like, super smiley all the time or super emotive. She's actually very, very stoic. She has very strong opinions, but, like, she is, like, I don't know how to explain it, but, like, I just love the way that Kristen Stewart, like, did the lip bites, because that's straight out of the book. The way that she stares, like, all of it is very similar to the book. Like, Kristen Stewart did not ruin this. Like, if y'all read the book, y'all will know that, like, yeah, this is Bella. This is literally how Bella would be portrayed. So that's another hot take. Oh my god. I also, of course, put Alice in S tier. If I'm not going for Team Edward, Team Jacob, honestly, my OTP, my one true pairing, would be Alice and Bella together because they are just adorable. I hate that the Twilight movie cut out the entire scene / chapter in Twilight of Bella and Alice getting to know each other, becoming friends, and Alice telling Bella all the things that Bella has ever wanted to know about becoming a vampire, and like telling Bella like some things that like Edward maybe might not want her to know, but like Alice is gonna do whatever she feels like doing. Like again, stubbornness. They're both so stubborn, and I love them together, and they're so cute. And I love the way that Alice is so friendly with Charlie, and just oh my god, I very much ship Bella and Alice together. But yeah, there is Jasper, the weird Confederate man. But literally, yes. Oh my god, and the way that Alice cares so much and wants to take care of Bella and wants to take care of Charlie and just like cares about like human life and doesn't see it as disposable and stuff like that. I don't know. I just really, really like like Alice a lot. I'm trying to think of like a negative I can think of for Alice's character. I mean, I guess just the fact that she chose to be with Jasper. um Literally, I just stand by all of her decisions in the books. I don't know. Maybe y'all can like remind me in the comments of like some problematic crap that she did, if she did any. Remind me of that. Um Can I just say another hot take? They should have made Twilight more like the movie, more like the book, in that the romantic comedy vibes should have been a lot more present. Like, in Twilight the book, Bella and Edward show up to their first official date wearing the same outfit, y'all. A white button-up and jeans. It's hilarious. I think it's like khaki, too. It's hilarious. Like, literally, they are wearing the same outfit, and they literally laugh about it. And then, their first kiss, it's nothing like in the movie. The movie is super awkward because Robert Pattinson wanted to have the kiss portrayed in a certain way, but he felt like he wasn't getting it, so he had them do a bunch of, like, 20 takes. So that's why it's so awkward and weird. That was not anything to do with the book. In the book, they have their first kiss, and Bella thinks Edward smells and tastes so good that she gets super into the kiss, forgets to breathe, and fucking faints. Which, again, is hilarious. Why wasn't this in the book? That would have been such a cuter first kiss than the weird, super slow, awkward, then stop thing in the movie that is not book canon at all. Like, no. So if we do get the remake of that, like, I really hope more of the romantic comedy scenes are put in there. Some comedy is tried, like, with like Mike and like the human characters kind of towards the beginning, like at the high school and stuff. They try to be kind of silly. But, like, yeah, literally, like, the book is it's so romantic comedy until the end. Like, the whole argument that Bella and Edward have about putting on a seatbelt in the movie, it's, like, shown as, like, really intense. But in the book, they're, like, laughing and joking with each other. They're like, you should put your seatbelt on. Like, just silly shit. I don't know. Like, I just wish there was more of that. And Bella does get visibly annoyed with him, which is also kind of funny. Like, at the beginning, before she doesn't know what his problem is, she's like, why is he being so weird? One day he wants to be friends with me and one day not. Like, I don't know. I just wish the romantic comedy vibes were shown more, but the director of the first Twilight movie decided to take it more of a serious route than a comedy route. But I hope the next one is, like, more of a romantic comedy, because Twilight, the book, is just amazing, and I love it so much. It's so funny. It makes me laugh. Now, before I knew the history of the Confederate Army and all of this, I actually used to really like Jasper's character. I think I would put him in B tier just because, like, he doesn't even make any mention of, like, feeling bad about what he did, but that also just might be, like, Stephanie Meyer input. I don't even know. But I always thought his, like, backstory was really cool, and I always thought before I knew, like, fully of what it was about, I always thought that him and Alice were cute together. But now, like, the whole Confederate thing, like, knowing what that is, like, I'm like, I can't unsee it. I can't unsee that you wanted to keep slaves. Like, what? No. So there's that. I can't get over it. I'm sorry, Jasper fans. But I do think their little love story is adorable. I swear, like, the new Twilight show, or that they're doing a reboot or whatever, it better have more of the vampire lore in it, like how these two met, because it is told in the books, like, how she had a vision and knew that he was coming and went to go find him. Like, wouldn't that be cute to know? And then, like, And then, like, Rosalie and Emmett's, like, meeting, that also isn't talked about or shown in the movie, but literally he was being attacked by a bear in the woods, and she saved him, and he thought that she was literally an angel or God. Like, isn't that adorable? I would love to see that in the movies, right? Like, oh my god. And then seeing more of Carlisle's, like, past too, and his whole relationship with his father and stuff. Like, if this is a show, if they make the Twilight show, I swear, like, Carlisle needs an entire hour-long episode just to himself to explain his full lore from when he became a vampire to when to when before he became a vampire, meeting his dad, and then his dad, like, hating all monsters and stuff, so then when he gets turned into a vampire against his will, he hates himself, and that's why he doesn't eat meat. And that is such an important thing, but that's not even talked about in the movies, like, about how he literally, out of hatred for himself, starved himself and was trying to kill himself, but he didn't know how, and eventually stumbled across a deer and was like, give me that, and then realized that he could live his life and not harm humans and felt a lot better. So I just, the new show, it better show Esme's, suicide attempt. It better show, like, everything, I swear, because they only show her being turned in a hospital. Like, no, like, how did she get into the hospital? It's because she got pregnant and lost a baby, and then tried to jump off of a cliff. But Carlisle found her in the hospital and thought she was gorgeous and decided to turn her because he was very lonely and she was gonna die anyways. And then they get all these adopted children. It's so sweet. Rosalie, Emmett, Alice, and Jasper. They're like, people are always like criticizing Twilight, being like, why are they in high school? Why are some of them kids and some of them aren't, and the parents and that? It's because Esme always wanted children, and she loves that she has these kids to take care of it like a family, and has her own family even as adulthood, and they love her back just as much. They love Esme back just as much. All of the kids do. So I just really hope more of the vampire lore is included inside of the new TV show, because the movies are missing so much. The movies focus so much on the romance, and I feel like that's like the least interesting part of the whole story. Like, even as a kid, like, what I was interested in was the vampire lore. When I was a kid, I still have it. I got the Twilight Ultimate Guide or whatever that was written by Stephanie Meyer, and then after that, I decided to make my own informational bookmarks with pictures and all the info about each vampire that we ever meet inside of the series at all. And I literally did, like, every single character, like, even these characters from Breaking Dawn and stuff, like Zephrina and all of them. Like, I literally did all the information stuff about them because I just thought the vampire lore was so cool, and that's what's kept me interested in Twilight this long, and still has, because I just love the lore. The love story is just, to me, secondary to all the cool lore, and how much I would just love to be a vampire and love to live in that world. Like, it's so cool! So, heck yeah. We're gonna do Rosalie in A, because I as a kid would never have done this. I would have put Rosalie in D. When I was a kid, I did not like her. But now, as an adult, I really understand her motivations a lot more, and I admire her and respect her. Respect her for being so honest and sticking with her guns and sticking with what she believes and stuff like that. I think that's just really admirable, and again, she didn't want anyone to regret anything, and she would have blamed herself if she had condoned it. So, I don't know. I think that's very nice. I don't really like the way, maybe we'll do B, but she's above Jasper. I really don't like the way that she's all hoggy to Renesmee, but I understand why, but I also am a little uncomfortable with it, but I guess I should think of it more of like Esme, because, like, they have very similar, like, they both wanted children, never got to, but I am a little like, oh, that's a little weird, but, whatever. I still really like Rosalie, and I like her motivations as a character, and I think she adds a lot of depth to the different vampire characters that we see. I'm checking again that I'm live. Okay. Okay. Next is Emmett. Fucking love this guy. He can be kind of annoying sometimes, especially when I was reading Edward's POV of Twilight, of how he's like, why don't you just kill her, man? I mean, honestly, like, it's valid, like, true. I don't know. All these characters are, like, so gray in my mind. Like, I don't know. I can totally see why they do the things that they do, and it makes so much sense, and I love them all so much. Oh, my God. I think he's hilarious. Sometimes he's misogynistic. I don't like that, but like, oh my God, I don't even know. Emmett is. I love how like he was like, okay, after Edward and Bella got together, and Edward insisted that he was not going to drink Bella's blood. Emmett did give up on that idea. And that Edward was gonna, that encouraging Edward to drink Bella's blood, Emmett gave up on that idea. He then after that was just fully on board with, yeah, you can be my sister, yeah, I invite you into the family, yes, come in, like how welcoming he was to Bella, and how happy he was to see Edward happy, just made me happy. And it's just, yay! So yeah, though I don't like a lot of the weird misogynistic stuff, and yeah, I don't know. He did have his own Bella and destroyed her, so there's that. But I guess he did already have Rosalie, so I mean, Esme. Oh wait, go up. God damn it! Hold on, let me scroll up. A tier. I love her. We've already talked about her backstory. So tragic. I'm so happy that she eventually was able to find, a life that she wanted where she has her family. And I just love how happy she is for Edward when he finds his person, and how, like, open she is with Bella and friendly. Because, like, I don't know. It would just be very scary being in Bella's situation. But Bella's so brave. Oh my God. So I don't know. I really love Esme, and I love all, like, her everything, her backstory, her personality, how sweet she is, and how attentive. She's awesome, and reading some of her little stuff whenever Edward would read her mind and then tell us about it in the books, like, it just warms my heart. She is so sweet and so thoughtful, and just wants the best for all of her children. Again, even if that doesn't include her, it's real love. She's like, okay, if you want to leave us, I give you permission. I love you, and I wish you wouldn't, but like, I'm not gonna stop you because I love you. Like, that's her, and I love her. I love Esme, and I love Carlisle. Again, we know why. Like, he literally struggled with so much self-hatred and had to overcome that, poor man. The reason why he's so heavily into his religion is because his father instilled that in him, and he kind of just never lost it. So, like, I don't know, I just have so much respect for him, and yeah, just him staying so strong and never even tasting human blood once. That's, like, mind-boggling and amazing, and I applaud him. And the fact that he's a doctor, like, that's crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, I'm gonna skip Renee. I will come back to her, but I want to do Charlie. I'm putting him in A tier. I would put him in S tier, but I don't like the progression of his character in the movies, nor the books. It's more understandable in the books. In the movies, it's just like, what the fuck? But literally, like, in the books, I love the way if we were just going off of just Twilight, the first movie, then I would give him S tier, because I love the way that he sticks up for Carlisle around town. He's like, he to anyone and everyone who would be complaining about Carlisle moving back to Forks, Charlie reminds them Carlisle is such a good surgeon and could be anywhere, but chose to be in a small town and chose a significant less pay just to be in this town. So we should be grateful that we have him, and his kids never cause trouble. So he doesn't understand why anyone would have a problem with them, but he hears all the time people complaining about them being there. So I absolutely love that. Like, what is wrong with people being here and they're not causing any trouble? People are just snooty and like, ugh, I don't like them because I get a weird feeling from them and they're different. Like, it's like, ugh. That is something that isn't talked about in the movies. Edward talks about how most humans have this natural voice in their head that tells them to stay away from vampires. The way the vampires look different. It is beautiful, but a menacing type of beautiful that kind of makes the nervous system of humans go, I probably should stay away. So Bella being so intrigued, that is entirely a new thing. Like, Edward has not experienced that. But, yeah. So, it's just, the reason why I don't like Charlie's progression, like, just later in the films, he is just very, like, anti-Edward, and I understand why, especially, like, in the book with, like, all of the injuries that she subsides and the way that Bella reacted when her and Edward broke up was rough. But I also just, the way he's like, why don't you call Jacob and all this stuff, Jacob in Eclipse? Like, you do know that he unconsensually kissed her. You do know that he's like, he's being weird. Jacob was the one who snitched on Bella about them riding motorcycles. That's why she gets grounded in the second movie. It's just so frustrating. But I just don't. I'm just like, Jacob is not the best person for Bella. Jacob's over here telling Bella that he wishes she would be dead instead of be with Edward. So I don't know if Jacob's the best person for Bella. Charlie just has his bias because he's like anyone but Edward. But so that's my opinion. Renee, I used to love Renee as a kid, but now growing up and rereading Twilight, I'm like, holy shit, poor Bella. Bella had to be the adult for her mother while her mother was out doing whatever. Bella did the groceries. Bella did all of, like, the financial stuff. Bella, all of that. And then when Renee finds a husband when Bella's in high school, Bella's like, okay, I'll move to my dad's house without you asking, just to give you guys some time since you're so happy. Like, girl, you are so selfless, but your mother is, like, letting you do it and kind of, like, in my opinion, kind of using that and not actually being a mother, like, letting the child be the adult when she as a mother shouldn't be doing that. But I like Renee's personality. I think if I was similar age as Renee, I think I would be friends with her. I'd definitely be there for all the messiness and drama in her life. But just being in Bella's shoes, becoming an adult before you're meant to, having these responsibilities put on you when you shouldn't have at such a young age, it is very hard, and I very much relate to Bella and feel bad for Bella, so it makes me frustrated with Renee. But I'm like, I'll put her at the end of B for now. We'll see if that changes. Oh my god. Okay. I apologize. I am forgetting names right now. Angela. This is my favorite human in the whole series besides Bella. And this is my favorite of Bella's friends, Angela. I put her in A tier. She is so sweet and cute and thoughtful, and I love that we got more information on her and her boyfriend's relationship from Edward's point of view, on how Edward helped them get together. That is just the cutest thing ever, and I love that Edward loves Angela as well as Bella loves Angela. Like, I love that they both can see how pure-hearted she is and how sweet she is and how nice, and how much they just both want to help her and think good of her. And I just really like her a lot, and I would be friends with her in real life, and she's really cool. This is a part where I say a negative, but, like, I can't think of anything. Literally, like, she's fine. She's great. Like, she's so supportive of Bella. She's such a good friend. Like, yes, so sweet. Jessica, I'll put her in C because she just reminds me of a lot of, like, girls that I met in high school that, like, would pretend to be my friend but then, like, talk shit about me behind my back, you know? And, because, like, she does that to Bella, especially in New Moon when Bella starts acting really weird after the breakup. I mean, I understand Bella was acting weird, but that doesn't mean you just leave her alone. Like, she needs help. She needs somebody. I guess maybe that would be my negative for Angela. Angela, why didn't you go up to Bella? But, I mean, I haven't read New Moon in a while, so maybe she does. But obviously in the books, it's not shown that and stuff. And so, I don't really like Jessica, and I don't like how, like, during the wedding she's like, oh my god, Bella's pregnant, who gets married this early? And, like, she's just so judgmental and shit. Like, okay, yeah, I'm just not here for it. Though I would be frustrated with Bella too if I went to go see a movie with my friend and then they go and get on a motorcycle with a guy and leave. I probably would have left. The fact that Jessica does stay, I do admire her for that. She does stay at the movie theater, waits for Bella to come back from the motorcycle ride with that rando guy. She waited for her. She was worried, but she did wait. So, I mean, there's that. But other than that, I'm like, I don't like you, Jessica. You frustrate me. Now, hold on a second. No. Wait a minute. I'm starting to get confused. Oh, no. This is Eric. Okay. Eric and Mike, right? Or is it the other way around? Fuck. They're both super annoying to me, so I don't remember them. They both just want the puss. They don't give a fuck about anything of what Bella likes, especially this guy right here. He does not like anything that Bella likes. He just thinks she's pretty. Like, when they go to the movies together and he ends up throwing up, it's like, dude, do you actually even like the stuff that she likes, or are you just here just because you want the puss? Obviously it's that. So I'm putting it in D. Same with Eric. They're both really fucking annoying to me and just super horny for Bella, and I'm just like, get away from my girl. You don't deserve her. You don't even deserve these two right here. Like, you guys are so mid, if that. Like, no. Victoria, I have to say, I'm like, oh god, I'm like A tier villain or S tier villain or A tier villain, cause she was so cool and so compelling. I would say S tier villain, because I feel like she was the one who posed the most threat, and also like it was very much a surprise when I was reading the books, like, that she's like behind this, like the whole plan is so intricate and thought through, and she did it really good. She's also really hot. And god, just like I don't even know, like, I am always just so compelled whenever Victoria's on screen. My eyes are glued to it. I'm interested in what she says, what she thinks, what she's trying to do, everything like that. So, I don't know. I'm glued to the screen whenever she's on there. So, there's that. Thing I don't like about her is, oh my god, the way in, if you've read A Short Second Life of Bray Tanner, spoilers, obviously spoilers for the whole series, like, why are you even here? No, I'm just kidding. A lot of people haven't read the books. That's okay. But, Bree's partner gets taken by, oh my god, Victoria and, Riley. He's not here. Oh yeah, he is. Riley. And Riley. And they fucking torture the shit out of, Bree Tanner's, partner. Like, burning off his, like, nails, then his fingers, then, like, just slowly taking parts off of him, burning parts off of him. He died in agony, and that is just absolutely horrible. But also, like, you think James is the worst? Wait till you meet Victoria, a crazy woman in pain. Yeah, that's some true rage right there. He's just fucking annoying. Fucking incel. Fucking asshole. Fucking, like, James over here, like, he's over here like, man, if she doesn't want to fuck me or be with me forever as a vampire, then I'm just gonna turn her anyways and take her anyways. Like, F you, motherfucker. If y'all haven't read the books, then you probably wouldn't know that, guess what? James, this guy right here, is the person who turned Alice into a vampire. Yeah. Yeah. How Bella's, blood smells so good to Edward, Alice's blood smelled that good to James. And so he took her, manipulated her, turned her into one of his games, took her life, but also didn't fully, like, he wanted to turn her into a vampire as, like, one of his trophies on purpose, and then he left her and she had to wake up alone by herself. So, like, oh my god, fuck this man. I hate this man. He just sees women as trophies, as prize, not even human. He's just in it for the thrill, using them. Fucking incel, fucking gross, fucking fucking, oh my god, he's just nasty. Anti-consent man. I hate him. Alright. Laurent? I don't really know what this man's deal is, to be honest. Like, he seems like he's, he seems like he's a sympathetic character in the first movie, especially when he goes and warns them about Victoria and James and how that he's coming after him and stuff like that, and he leaves the trio over the way that James reacted to the Cullens, because he was just fucked up. He was just done with it. But then in the fucking New Moon movie, like, in the books we know that he stayed with these ladies, the Denali's, that are the cousins of the Cullens, who are also vegetarians as well. They only hunt on animals and not humans. He was staying with them for a while and was making a relationship with her, Irina. Why was he telling them all this, that he wanted to be like them and all of this, if he's over here, like, bargaining with Bella for her life in the goddamn field? Hello? Maybe her blood just smelled so good to him, because it is said that, yes, Bella's blood smells especially good to Edward, but even to other vampires, like, her blood smells very interesting, and not like any other human that they've smelled before. So, I don't even know. He's a fucking weirdo, can't make up his mind, indecisive as heck. Like, do you want to live a peaceful life or not, motherfucker? Anyways, okay. Moving on. Aro. Not Arlo. I'm dead. Fucking Aro. Okay. He's cray-cray. His actor did amazing at portraying him, though. This is a hard one, actually, y'all. Caius is definitely someone I love to hate. I'm putting him in C tier, because I may hate him, but at least he's interesting whenever he's on screen. He's so sassy and so, like, artifice kind of shit. Like, I don't, like, he's hilarious. I love the actor that plays him too. His actor played Jace inside of the Mortal Instruments movie. So, love that actor. That's a good actor. He's hilarious. He's a character I love to hate. He's so dramatic and so fun on screen. Uh, I'm like, Aro. Oh my god, I don't know. He's such the master manipulator, and I hate people like that, but he's also, like, charismatic in the way that, uh, I guess, oh my god, I think C tier, I might move him. I don't know. Hold on. Oh my god. I definitely would say I like Jessica the least out of all these people. Oddly enough. Oh my god. I just hate what the Volturi stands for as, like, the government and stuff. I'm like, fuck the fucking rules. Like, what the fuck? Fuck you. But them as characters are just so good and so necessary to plot and very interesting to watch, so I can't not. And then Marcus, I believe that's what his name is. He's my favorite out of the Volturi. A lot of people don't know his backstory, so they're very confused in Breaking Dawn Part 2 why he's so happy to be killed at the end. Well, I'll tell ya, motherfucker. If you read the books, you would know that he had a lover, but then his lover was killed, I believe by his brother's doing, but I'm not for sure. I don't know if it's just his lover was killed and then he just mourned her for his entire vampire life and wanted to die, but his brothers would not grant him that wish, or if his brothers had something to do with her dying and then they still wouldn't grant him that wish. Either way, he'd been wishing to die for quite some time because the love of his life died, so he was very happy to finally be dead. And I love him and I sympathize with him, and I think I just really like the small speaking roles that he does get in the movies. He is very enamored with the love story between Edward and Bella, and he thinks it's very sweet, and I think in his head he's rooting for them, but I don't think he would ever tell his brothers that. So that's just my headcanon. Fucking Jane. Oh my god. Honestly, I probably should have chosen one of the smaller tier lists. Like, I purposely chose this tier list because it had 48 characters instead of 28. Because I wanted to rank as many characters as possible, but now I'm, like, getting to the end of it, and I'm like, I'm tired, Grandpa. No, but I'm gonna finish this. Don't worry. I'm putting Riley in D. I know I just said Jane. Hold on, I have to think about Jane for a second. I want to put Riley in D since we already talked about him. He is just like a mama's boy, big old mommy issues, just I'll do whatever you say. Victoria is so being used and can't even realize that his own partner can't stand him. And oh my god, the way that he leads in The Short Second Life of Britannia just does not help his case at all. He's such a whiny baby and an asshole and abuses the people that are under his power. Very frustrating. I do not like him at all. Just a lapdog. This is so hard, you guys. This is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Oh my god. Okay. Jane. When I was little, I really loved her and her brother. I liked that they were like the youngest that vampires could be at 12 years old. That they were changed. And I always thought that was so cool because, like, again, I was reading the books at 12. I was like, I could be a vampire. Oh my god, I wouldn't be an immoral child, not in charge of myself. Like, I would actually know what was going on and I could be a vampire. Like, so I do love Jane's character just for that and knowing that. But honestly, again, it's like another one that we love to hate. Like oh my god, when her head gets ripped off in the Breaking Dawn Part 2, like, you already know everyone's cheering. I'm cheering. I'm so stoked and happy about that. So I think I'll go A tier because I just really love her character, and I don't think anything would be the same without it. I just wish that they showed more that she was 12 years old or really young and not like 19. She was like, they could have even just said 14. Even that would like be great. I really want, if they do make the show, I really want them to actually cast 12-year-olds for the twins. But heck yeah. Alright. Alec, who is Jane's twin brother. High key is very boring and the silent type. And his power is like just making people deaf and like taking away their 5 senses. Whatever senses he wants. I don't know. He's kind of just whatever. I don't really care. I'll put him at the end of C. I'm just like whatever. I don't care. Jacob. I am so sorry. This whole video is just full of hot takes, isn't it? B. I don't hate him. He is just very young and very stupid, and I would not be friends with him in real life, nor would I date him in real life. I did really like his personality a lot more before he became a werewolf. After he became a werewolf, he became a lot more insufferable, in my opinion. A lot more just black and white thinking, a lot more just like aggression and just Bella, a lot of thinking without speaking, very much frustration for me. But I have to give it to him that he was like adorable, like pre-werewolfing, in my opinion. I don't know. Sam, the man who scarred his girlfriend for life and runs a pack of underage werewolves. I put him in D. Or C. Yeah, he's just kind of whatever. I don't entirely really love what his relationship with Emily shows, in that like if someone loses themselves one time and hurts you, that you should forgive them. I don't know about all that. But people can do whatever they want. I don't know. I wouldn't do that though. I don't entirely love what it signifies, as well as like saying like people of color like can be more abusive. I don't like that. Like some people have said that the themes coming from this relationship just are not very healthy at all. So yeah, I don't know. I think I'll put them both in C. And I'm just kind of like, I do like that she helps Bella understand like more of the werewolves, and she helps Bella see herself like in the lives of the werewolves if Edward were to never come back and stuff like that. That is interesting. Billy Black. I know I'm jumping all around, guys. It's just because like some of these people I really have to think before I put them in a spot. Sarah and Safrina, I think I'm gonna put them in A tier just because while they're on screen I can't get enough of them, and they're both super interesting, and I love all their stuff in there. Their powers are so cool, and I made bookmarks on them. Honestly, it's giving gay coded a little bit, right? Am I right? Like the two lesbians? Hell yeah. Okay. I could be entirely wrong on that. Like, watch y'all come back and be like, they're literally blood sisters. What is wrong with you? I'm sorry. I don't know. A tier. I love their powers. I think it's really cool. I wish they were given more of speaking roles. I don't like that they don't talk as much. But obviously, we only had limited time in Breaking Dawn, and that movie was already 2.5 hours. And there were so many new characters to introduce anyways. Again, I hope if we get a series, we will get like more like once it gets to the Breaking Dawn book, maybe each newcomer of these guys that comes and helps them in the army or whatever when they put Breaking Dawn in the show. Maybe each of them gets their own like episode to kind of show how they all come together, the past and how it all comes together. I think that would be really cool. Benjamin. I love him. I absolutely love his character. His character just makes my heart like happy. Like I love the way he interacts with Renesmee, and I love how he is against his father and like, father, let me live my life, trust me. What's a life without risks? I know my powers are crazy and that if people found out about it, I could be taken from me, but please, what's a life being pent up like this? And I agree with that, and I agree with him. And he was one of my favorite people to make a little bookmark of when I was little. Oh my god. I also just love this actor. He's a very good actor. But heck yeah. Oh my god, his powers are so cute. Her so cool, and I love how cute he is with Renesmee. Renesmee, I gotta put an S tier. I mean, she's iconic to the series. Everyone knows the CGI baby, right? It's a huge meme at this point. You either love her or you hate her. I feel like I used to like hate her a lot more. I still stand by. I really wish that Bella and Edward could have had their college thing where Bella goes to college and stays a human for a little bit, and her and Edward just live in an apartment and have their cute little life together. I still wish that could have happened, but I think it's nice that we got to meet Renesmee and like the future child of these two, and seeing how good of parents that they are able to raise her with the help of the rest of their family and all that. I think it's sweet, and I think Renesmee is sweet and just so pure-hearted, and she's even cuter in the books, just reading all about the interactions of her and Bella. I think she's so sweet, so I put her in S tier. How about we do Billy Black? I'm gonna put this man also in C tier, because if y'all remember when I was talking about Charlie and how much he was defending the Cullens when they first moved back to Forks, what we theorize is who the person he was talking about most trying to defend the Cullens to was Billy Black. Billy Black was probably one of the most frustrated people that the Cullens moved back to Forks because of the whole treaty thing, and he just assumed that they were bad from the start, even though he already knows that they made the commitment to be only eating animals and not humans, and not to hunt on their land, and that they've never even broken this before. But he's over here talking in the chief's ear like, hey, you should watch out for these people. They're weird, but I'm not going to tell you why, but they're weird. I love Charlie for being like, shut the fuck up, they have done nothing to make you say that. You are just assuming, okay? So, just like, God, like, they didn't even do anything. Yeah, I don't know. I do understand, like, knowing the past of his tribe, and like knowing those past stories of vampires who did drink human blood have like terrorized their group, so I can understand the fear. But the fact that he's known of the Cullens for years, that they've never broken the treaty, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand why he would be all in Charlie's ear like, hey, watch the Cullens, make sure that they aren't doing anything illegal, aren't you annoyed that they're here, blah 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 blah. Like, what are you doing, weirdo gossip queen? Okay. Seth Clearwater. I fucking love Seth. He's the cutest. Oh my god. I need to reorder these. Hold on. Menacing I don't even know. These are like my two favorite. I feel like I hold them equally. I just love them both. Menacing figures fall from the sky. I love Seth. I love how sweet he is, and how he becomes like really close with Edward. They become really good friends. and how he's the first to follow Jacob when Jacob leaves the pack to start their own like little thing. I love how much he encourages Jacob to be his own man, and goes with him, and is like, I want to fight for what's right. I don't want to hurt these people who I've come to know as my friends. Even if they are vampires, I don't care. I just love that, and I think that's brave. And yeah, he's just so sweet, and I freaking love Seth. Oh my god. I was crying when I first watched Breaking Dawn 2 Part 2 in the theaters, and his wolf died. I'm like, "No." Oh my god. Leah Clearwater. I did not get her very much when I was little. I didn't understand the complexities of her character, but now that I'm fully like grown and stuff like that, like putting myself in her position, imagining if I was in her position, being in love with somebody, but then some supernatural force takes over them and they supernaturally imprint and start loving another person uncontrollably and just leave me, I would be heartbroken too. But then you find out you're permanently attached to his pack because of your blood, so you have to see this man and hear his thoughts all the time because the packs, they all share each other's thoughts because she's a werewolf. Like, that would be hell. So I understand why she's so pissed all the time, because like, oh my god, I wouldn't want to hear about how much my ex loves their current partner so much and that they broke up with me for. Like, no. Oh my god. Like, my heart goes out to Leah, honestly. Oh my god. Yeah. I'm like, yeah, that looks right. Had to reorganize that for a second. There's Quill. He's fine. Like, I feel like we need a tier that's just like take him or leave him. I don't hate him or whatever, but he's not with these guys where I actually actively have a reason to dislike him. It's just kind of whatever. I feel like Quill and Embry, I'm going to put them at the bottom, but guys, just know that I don't hate them or love them. I kind of just feel indifferent about them. I feel like they're just very much teenage boys who are very much in their feels, very dramatic, and can take it out on people around them, but that is because they are so young, and also just full of hormones, and then they are now wolves added on to that. So like, just pretend like there's another tier that's like indifferent, they're fine. That's where these guys would go. I don't hate them. I actively hate these four though. Fucking hate these four guys. These four guys are so fucking annoying. Oh my god. Is Sam in here twice? No, that wasn't Sam. Oh my god, I got it confused. This is the guy that Bella yells at. Oh my god. Okay, I actually do hate this man. I actually do dislike him. He's fucking annoying. We'll put Sam up here because that's where we had it. Okay. Yeah. I feel like I need to reorder this as well. Menacing figures fall from the sky. La 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 la. I think this is pretty good. Yeah. No. Yeah. That looks good. Alright. God damn it. Okay. Hold on a second. Who is this? Who the hell is this? Just another one of the Wolfpack members. I don't know your name, bro. I don't know who this is. I apologize. This is Clearwater, Leah's brother. Oh my god. This is Seth right here. I already said how much I love him. There we go. God. That's Seth. I don't know who this is. They look really similar though. Alright, now we made it to the Denales. That's all we have left. They are the cousins, self-proclaimed cousins of the Cullens who live in, what was it, Alaska? Question mark? I forget. Edward in the first book slash movie, when he leaves for a few days, and Bella's like, why is he not here? I was gonna confront him, and now he's not here for days. He goes to Denali and visits the cousins up there and stays with them for a little bit. They are also vegetarian and stuff. So yeah, they stay up there. I apologize. I do not remember the Denali's name very much. I know Irina, and that's like it. I remember the antagonist. Fucking jump to conclusions, why don't you? She's over here just. I do not like her at all. She's all mad at the wolves for killing Laurent when he was trying to hurt Bella. Why would she not believe a victim? Let's believe women, please. What the fuck? I don't care if it's your man. Let's believe women, please. Why would she lie? Why would she lie? And why would they kill unprompted? Why would the wolves kill unprompted? They wouldn't. So yeah, she's just annoying, jumping to conclusions, killing people left and right for literally no reason. So many people died because of her. I'm not even talking about like the whole Alice vision. I'm saying even before that. You remember the Volturi was going all around the world, like trying to find Carlisle's witnesses before they could come to Carlisle, brainwashing them and being like, yeah, you're not gonna go with Carlisle, and then killing them and shit or erasing their memories. Like, fuck, like, all this shit happened because of a lie that she concocted in her brain and jumped to conclusions about. So I hate you, Irina. You're very annoying to me. Very annoying. This is interesting. I'm gonna put, oh my god, I can't remember her name. The girl with the vampire with the electricity, her boy toy that she gets with at the end of Breaking Dawn 2. I actually really like his character. I think he's very funny. A lot of his one-liners are very funny. And how he's like, shock me, I can handle it, and then he's just like down on the ground. Yeah, you could totally handle it, dude. Sarcasm. No, I think he's really funny, and whenever he's on screen, I'm interested, and I like his war stories that he tells in the books and in the movie. It's a lot more in depth in the books. Again, if they do a Twilight show, I would love to see some depictions of his war stories in the books. I mean, in the show, depicted. That would be really cool. You know what? Do I like him up here? I think I like him up here. Okay. And then... God, I don't even know. I think I'm going to put these two, the sisters, right here. Also, because, like, I really enjoy their characters whenever they're on screen. They're very interesting, especially reading Twilight from Edward's perspective, seeing, Tanya? Yes, I think. One of them is named Tanya. This girl right here talking to Edward, trying to seduce him, but he's like, nah. It's very interesting. I don't know. I just really enjoy their characters, like, seeing them on there, and, just, they're just really cool. I don't know. I feel like I'm just editing that a lot, because I don't have a lot to say about these last characters, because they're only in, like, one movie or a few scenes, you know. So the Denali head guy, I guess I would just put him and his wife, like, right here, too, because, like, they never do anything that I dislike. They keep Irina in check and call her out when she's being weird on her bullshit. They congratulate Edward and Bella, even when Bella is still a human. Like, even she does, too. Like, they're a very supportive family, and the fact that they also went vegetarian, too, that's very admirable of them, and yeah. So, yeah, I would say that's my entire ranking. Thank y'all for listening. I might do, like, reaction to this video in the future after I've, like, looked up quotes from the books to, like, back this stuff up. and maybe react to myself and be like, oh nope, that was wrong. See, this quote here says this actually. I would really like to do that. I was waiting for a while to do a video on Twilight just because I was like, I need to reread the books. I can't do it unless I reread the books, but I have literally read the series 4 times, so I feel like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't know. Like I'm going to reread the books again. I already slightly have a hankering, and I need to do that again. So once I do that and take notes and get some lines of dialogue that match up with all of my theories and hot takes and stuff like that, I'm gonna make another video reacting to this video. And we'll see how I feel in the future and what the books say and stuff. I'm pretty sure I was pretty accurate though. So, yeah. These are all my opinions. If you disagree, that's fine. Just keep it civil in the comments.